August 3rd, 1982, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, a woman was struck by a tractor-trailer at approximately 2:20 p.m. at Interstate 95, near the intersection of State Road 84 and near the airport in Broward County. That the victim was a white female between 12 to 25 years old, although many sources do state that she was between 14 and 17 years old, a child between 5'2" to 6'2" inches, and 110 pounds. She had shoulder-length, blonde to brown hair, although it is unknown if it was straight or curly at the time. She had brown eyes, and she was large-busted and slim. She also chewed her nails. She was wearing dark blue jeans, dark blue blouse, and brown sandals. She carried $30 in her pocket, as well as 3 business cards. One from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The second one was from Canutillo, Texas. And the third one was from West Monroe, Louisiana. According to witnesses, she had a distinct accent that was Southern or Cajun, and that she used the name Donna while traveling, so it was presumed that she was a hitchhiker. She had been seen at the Florida coast in the preceding days prior to her death. Looking at the business cards, 2 out of 3 of them were no help. However, the third one led them to a Louisiana police officer who had stated that he spoke with her several days before. He stated that she had run away and was traveling to Las Vegas, Nevada, because she had a friend or sister who lived there, and she was hitchhiking. I'd like to say the rule-out list on individuals who were confirmed not to be Fort Lauderdale or Donna Doe. Emma Vang, Florida. Eleanor Park, Florida. Christine Hoyer, Florida. Teresa Cups, and Audrina M. Bowman. Now on to the list of possibilities who could be Donna Doe. Diane Janice Dye, California. Eileen Hinson, California. Jackie K. Boyer, California. Alma Root, California. Marianne Hogland, California. Mary Jo Lee Long, California. Teresa Sue Newth, Colorado. Angela Sigrid Ramsey, Florida. Barbara Barkley, Florida. Lee Van Schiok, Florida. Wendy Lynn, Florida. Karen Beth Kamsch, Maryland. Simone Stephanie Riddinger, Massachusetts. Dean Pyle Peters, Missouri. Sherry Lynn Johnson, Missouri. Lauren Gale Anderson, Montana. Rachel Elizabeth Garden, New Hampshire. Barbara Ann Bruno, New York. Barbara Cotton, North Dakota. Edna Christine Thorne, Pennsylvania. Michelle Evans, Pennsylvania. Donna Leah Baxter, Tennessee. Lisa Renee Wilson, Texas. Christy Lynn Booth, Texas. Marcia Estelle Remick, Virginia. Angela Mae Meeker, Wisconsin. Christina Lee White, Wisconsin. Donna Barnhill. Michelle Riedenbach. Diane Marie Schultz. Donna Carson, and Miriam Isabella Niaz from Quebec, Canada. Even though this is all the information that we have, we still do have speculation. Many question her accent, specifically her Cajun accent, that possibly she could be from the Cajun district in the Louisiana Bayou. Some stated that she could possibly be French Canadian, that many Canadians, specifically in Quebec, ran away mainly to go to the US because they blend easily, especially with the accent, because many people do get confused. It could be Cajun or French Canadian. However, if we go back to the police officer that spoke with her, he probably would have noticed a distinct accent between French Canadian and Cajun. And specifically, why did the police give her his card? Was it to keep in touch, or did she specifically know him? Or did she have any connection related to the town itself? And looking back at the business cards that she was carrying, 2 out of 3 of them were no help. Were they kind of a memento that she was carrying along while hitchhiking? Were they just random cards that she found? Or were they just possibly a red herring, just as her accent was? That we're looking into this too far and they possibly have no connection with the identity of Donna. A couple of users from Web Sleuths stated possible routes that she may have taken as she was possibly in Louisiana and Florida, and if she was hitchhiking to Las Vegas. And we can tell by the business cards that she was probably in Oklahoma and Texas as well. So if we presume that she was a possible hitchhiker or she was a runaway, like what she told the police, we can assume that she was heading somewhere, and this could possibly be the route that she took, according to user Boots Callahan. She was going from Vegas. If she hitchhiked from Vegas, she must have gotten a ride from a truck driver out of Vegas. And maybe if she was heading to Florida, maybe just to go to the East Coast, the driver possibly could have said he only got her to be in Phoenix, Texas. And from Phoenix, she could have possibly taken Interstate 10 in Las Cruces, New Mexico, which is close enough to Canutillo, Texas, which she got the business card. And from La Cruz, she could have hitched a ride heading to the east coast of Florida, to which drops off in Albuquerque, Amarillo, and Oklahoma City. And from that route, it will take her north, which links up with I-40, which goes down to the east coast. And maybe she could have hitchhiked from there, or possibly she could have caught a ride or even caught a bus. So if she were in Oklahoma City, from which she got the business card, she could have gotten a ride to Dallas or the Fort Worth area through Interstate 20, which takes you straight to Louisiana, if she was heading from Vegas to Louisiana. And here's a map of her possible route. Again, this is all speculation from a user. Another user stated if she was going from Louisiana to Vegas to meet up her friend, as what she told the officer, this is the possible route that she could have taken. From Web Sleuther, Nancy Drew RN. If she was in Canutillo, Texas, it is very close to El Paso and the Mexican border, which that town would be Ciudad Juarez, which is also on the New Mexico border and the Mexican border. If she was heading east to Florida, she could approach Oklahoma City via Amarillo and Albuquerque, or both. Or she could hit West Monroe, which is again another business card that she had, which is the northern portion, go through Dallas, then Shreveport. If she was going along the coast, she would have hit in I-95, assuming she was traveling that way, possibly going through Jacksonville via the I-10 before going south via the I-95. If she was trying to get from Vegas, she could have started from Texas or New Mexico, stating from the accent. However, she could have meant she was heading to Vegas, North Mexico, which is a different city that's just 5 hours away from Canutillo, if she was heading from Louisiana to Vegas, because she specifically didn't say which Vegas, as we all assume that she was heading to Las Vegas in Nevada. So if you think about it, if she was in Louisiana and then 2 days later she ended up in Florida, she possibly couldn't have hitchhiked the entire way in 2 days. So possibly she was driven down there. So if she was driving down there, could maybe the driver that took her to Fort Lauderdale possibly be the driver that hit her? Again, these are just random theories I'm just spewing out, because it's still unknown what she'd be doing in Florida if she was going to the East Coast and her destination was to Vegas, which I believe she possibly either could have been coming from Louisiana to Vegas or from Canada to Vegas. Because if this was in the 80s, border security could be a lot less strict if she were coming from Canada, which I do think is a big possibility, stating that she was a runaway. And who was this friend specifically that she was heading to? Either her sister or her friend. I wonder if there was any news coverage or posters around in both of the Vegases, because that means that she does have family somewhere. And I do think that the police officer is somewhat suspicious because she had his business card. And I wonder if anyone else with the 2 business cards from the other 2 places recognized her, because authorities do say that didn't let them know where, but someone must have remembered her if she was hitchhiking, maybe a truck driver. And I wonder if they put up any posters along, truck stops. And I wonder what happened with the driver of the 18-wheeler who hit her. Was it just a hit and run, or did he come forward and be charged for practically killing a young woman? I know, according to her age, she does look like she's a child, and according to investigators, they do believe that she's between 14 to 17 years old, which makes her relatively young. So that wouldn't, if she was in that age range and she was trying to get away from, for example, a bad family, maybe the family doesn't even care and she met someone in Vegas that she was trying to get to, or she could possibly be running away from someone. This case is quite confusing to me, but I'd love to know your theories. Thanks so much for giving the Fort Lauderdale or Donna Doe a piece of your time, and for listening to her story. All my sources and information and contact information is down below. And if you want to see more content similar to this video, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a like.